Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Come and See here at SSJ at Home. My guest today is Gretchen Hartley Duffy. Gretchen, thanks for joining us. We know that you have a monumental task ahead of you, and that is to coordinate SSJ's effort with blood drives. Because of COVID, you've got a big challenge. I know that we had a scheduled blood drive for November the 15th. That has had to be postponed because of the pandemic. Tell us about how we need to get people to give blood during this time.
Well, thanks for having me, Jimmy. I appreciate it. We really have been historically pretty good at our donations at St. Simon and Jude, and we've normally get about 64 to 65 people at each blood drive 3 times a year. Our last blood drive that was live was March 8th, just before we shut down for the pandemic. And since then, we missed our July blood drive, and now we're at November. We've had 17 parishioners go to the blood center at 242 to give blood. We really need to get some more people out. I have an appointment myself there tomorrow. You can make an appointment, wear a mask. To give whole blood, it takes about 15 minutes, so it's very easy to do. And one donation can save or improve 3 lives. The blood center, about 1 in 7 people entering a hospital need blood. And every 2 seconds, somebody needs a blood transfusion. In our Gulf Coast regional area, they are using about 800 donations a day. So it's really very important, and nothing's really stopped for people needing blood because of the pandemic. There's still car accidents, there's still cancer patients. It is an act of mercy that takes such a short time for one person to give to another. So I would ask that all of you can make an appointment at giveblood.org. The 242 Blood Center will be one of the locations that comes up. It's very easy to go online and make an appointment, or you can email me at ghartley06@gmail.com. My email is in almost every bulletin for the blood drive. And I will set the appointment up for you if you'd like and send you a confirmation. We'll make it as easy for you as possible.
Has the pandemic necessitated additional blood donations?
I can't answer that question. I just know that they are desperate for blood. Now, part of that is donations, other blood drives that haven't happened, and donations are down because a lot of people are staying at home. We have a lot of older parishioners that come and give blood. When we have our blood drives, they give blood at church, but right now they're not going to church or anywhere, so to speak. So that has cut down, and I feel sure that they probably have needed more blood because of the pandemic, but I do not have those numbers. Yeah.
You mentioned early on that 17 people from SSJ had given blood and that's a downturn because of the virus. Do you know what the comparative number is if there was not a pandemic? What those numbers would be?
I don't know as far as who would be walk-ins at the 242 Blood Center. No, because normally, say, each time we're getting 64 or 65 of those people at our drive. So when they don't, we have a couple parishioners who always do walk in because of their special blood types or whatever that they give at the blood center. But we don't generally have a lot of people that go to the blood center to give blood. No, they just come and give it at church, or they may give it at work and use our number. SSJ has a donor number, it's 3814. So if you're going to give blood, you give them that number, and it shows up on the spreadsheet for people who give blood for SSJ.
You mentioned it in our conversation before we began this, that the history of Blood Drive at SSJ, it goes all the way back to 1989.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it was. Our church started with a blood drive in 1989. Father Domecq started it for a specific parishioner at the time. I don't have that name, but then. And there have been several people who have run it over the years, but one in particular. But let me give you the numbers of the history. As of last March, I got these numbers from the blood center. St. Simon and Jude has had 6,629 donors. And from them, they collected 7,425 products, which means that's 22,725 lives that were saved or sustained from donations from St. Simon and Jude. That we are very proud of that. And there used to be, I've been told, there were plaques from a lot of years that we won prizes from the blood center, but nobody seems to know what's happened to them. So I don't have the years, but we have done quite well. And we do have, I think, a real hero in Glennie Hoffrick, one of our parishioners who many of you know. She ran the blood drive for 26 years. And over that time, she's given 23.5 gallons of blood, gallons. So she herself, what an act of mercy, she's either sustained or saved 555 lives herself. It is incredible, and we did honor her at one of the blood drives and had a flyer on her. But we can all go out. It just, a donation from everyone truly helps. Everyone that can. I know we have a lot of people who can't, maybe because of medications they're taking, or for some reason, but we do have a loving, giving parish, and we really need to try to make that appointment at the blood center and go in and give blood.
And you mentioned to me that you don't have to be a nurse or a healthcare worker in order to be a coordinator of a parish's blood drive effort. Tell us how you became involved and why you became involved.
Right. The blood drive is very near and dear to my heart. I've been giving blood a long time myself, and I have a sister who's had a blood disorder for 30 years. God has looked after her, but she now has to get transfusions once a month. And if she can't get that, she can't live without it. So many people have family circumstances like that. Children that have it, or people that have cancer in their family, or heaven forbid that we should have a car accident tomorrow. So we never know when we might need it.
Gretchen Hartley Duffy, thank you for being with us today. Give everyone your email address, if you would, one more time, if they'd like to help out.
Hartley, GHARTLEY06@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to answer them. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Gretchen, for being here today. We appreciate your time.